In this tutorial, we'll complete the modelling of this project. So we want to create a sketch, and we want to sketch from the top plane. Now, from this view here, it can sometimes become a little bit difficult to make sure that you are selecting the right plane of face. If you are finding that difficult, you can always change your view up here. But if I hover carefully over it, there we go, we've got the top plane. In this case, we need a center diameter circle, and you can see the keyboard shortcut there is the letter C. So we'll start from the origin, and we'll come out, and we're going to go 100 millimeters. Now I'll change my view slightly and pan up because we're just going to extrude this out. So we'll finish that sketch. So extrude. Now this is going to be made from 12 millimeter thick timber. So we want to come up 12 millimeters, but I'm just going to show you over here another way of doing things. If we open up our extrude menu, you can see here the operation is defaulting to new body, but we can actually make it into a new component at this point. So we'll come up and we'll just make that 12 millimeters. There we go. So you'll see over here, it's just given it a random component name. So we'll just call this shade base. So now we can assemble that. So if we go into our joint section here, we'll come in close, just select the middle of this point here. Then we'll orbit around so we've got a bit of a view where it's going to go. Come in nice and close. Get in right on the middle there. And we're done. Okay, so we'll change our view again slightly so we can see what's going on here. Okay, so we've got that in place. Now in reality, in the workshop, we would actually drill some holes in here for a dowel joint, but that will vary depending on what sort of light we use. There's a method that I use where we actually do two 6 millimeter diameter holes. One is for the dowel and one is for a cable to run through. But we'll leave that for how we're going to do that in the workshop. Okay, so now we want to create the shade. So again, that's a new sketch. Now in this case, the shade is going to be made from veneer, and the veneer is 0.4 of a millimeter thick. So I'm just going to create a sketch from the top plane. C for circle again, or center point circle. So we've got to do two circles here. So we need one that's going to be 100 millimeters. So it just already snapped to that. Now I'll zoom in really, really close because the next circle we want is going to be 100.4. So you can see, well, you probably can't see until I actually zoom right in, that there's actually two circles there. Now we'll finish that sketch, and we've got to extrude, but we've got to be very careful because we want to actually extrude out that space in between those two circles. So again, I'll come in really close. We'll go to extrude, but we've got to come in very, very close because I basically want to find that space in between the two. There we go. And and students will have a bit of design choice here, but I'm going to extrude that minus, and I can go over here if I want to edit over here, minus 75 millimeters. But like I say, students can actually have some design choice here. And again, we'll make this a new component. And zoom back out and you can see that's correct. Okay, so we're going to call this lamp shade. Okay, so we want to assemble this as well. This is a slightly different assembly process. I've just typed F6 there. So go back in here to joint. And what I want to do, I'm going to come in really close here and I'm just going to select this outer edge here. Then I want to select the inner edge. So again, it's one of those things where you've got to get in very, very close. So you've got a very good look at it and make sure that we're definitely selecting the right edge. So there's the outer edge, there's the inner edge. Click. Okay. I'll just type F6 so we can zoom back out, and we can just make sure that it's all gone together right. Now, because it's so thin, it does actually visually put this thickness through when you're zoomed out, but you can see that it's all going together very, very well. So this is basically the end of the modeling process. We'll move on to creating a simple working drawing.